and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Here's Jackson to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw here. That's going deep for Bateman. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Packers.
Oh, what a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
McManus now for the extra point. And oh, it's wide right. No good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly miss.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 60 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Again, Jackson. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? From the gun, Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bull his way in there for the 2 points. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd down throw from Clifford. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Christian Watson. 44 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They'll send Reed in motion left.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
64 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a 1st down. A run, it's Watson.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17.
Love, he's going to change the play here.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Love.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And Clifford to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Throwing is Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore 1st.
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. Your Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Jackson. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Love now. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
On fourth down, Love. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down.
56. Mike. No, we changed it. 56. We got it.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
That's caught. It's Flowers. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Mark Andrews. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side. And now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead. They go into coast mode. And all of a sudden, they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here. Otherwise, they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
3rd and 3. They'll run again.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson. Connecting with Hill.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Here's 2nd down. Jackson to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Now Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And this is taken in at the 5.
And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out.
This ball intercepted. And the Packers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over, but sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and came through with the interception.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody. This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started.
And we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Adams, the man in motion right.
Rodgers going to come out throwing. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he takes a pretty good lick there as he'll wind up getting about 3. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Rodgers going to throw.
Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Dances by him. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 3. Rodgers now to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA and power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
On 1st down, Purdy.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now Purdy. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
In motion right goes Adams.
Here's Rodgers.
That one taken in by Corley.
And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
And Wilson in motion left.
Right there. 54 Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7.
Throwing is Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Hall again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
A 10-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
57 for Mike. 57. I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
Flush to his right. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
He's going to air one out. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 30 yards.
And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And bulldozing his way through. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Jets are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. In motion left is Wilson. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this is caught, Jennings. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now on 1st down, it's Purdy. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Purdy. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Purdy now on 2nd down. That's caught out right by Jennings. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Purdy. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march for the chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that could be a